Or maybe you're just here for the first time. Where the fuck have you been all the time?
Oh my God, welcome to Pigeon Girls. Sorry, everyone was talking about how you have not listened before and everyone's laughing at you. So finally, thank God you're here.
Finally, you got your shit together.
You're here.
Again, we would just like to apologise to any bird enthusiasts who've accidentally come upon the podcast.
There will be no accurate bird or pigeon
We don't know
facts
anything about
happening.
birds, really. That's not true. I did get an app. I deleted it now because I need space, but I had there for a good bit. Merlin, it's called.
I've heard of that. First of all, sorry.
Yeah.
This is Sinead and Sophia for Pigeon Girls.
People know who we are.
Okay, sorry. I lack the humility to not know people.
No, but like we don't need to say who we are every pod, like at the start of every one.
Well, but if they were there for the first time.
If they're listening, like
sorry, go on,
surely they know by now who we are. There's only two of us here.
Sorry for my due diligence. This is Sophia and Sinead, and this is a podcast called Pigeon Girls. Sorry, go on. Merlin app. Yes, go on.
The Merlin app, really, it's great. So like, you put it basically just up in the air, and it'll just like listen for like whatever birds are in the area. You're like, oh, look, a robin or like a whatever, and it's interesting. It'll keep a log of like the different birds you come across.
Okay, do you have to pay for it? I'm very interested.
No, it's free.
What
it's
a wonder
free.
the internet is. The wonder of the internet. Okay.
It's very interesting in case you're like, and there's way more birds than you'd expect.
I'm definitely going to get that because I love birds. I do.
Yeah.
I want to have birds. When I was younger, I had cousins in Wexford that used to catch birds and keep birds. And in fact, my very first encounter...
They kind of sound like a menace to society.
No, but they
were
were
fucking catching birds.
They're just catching birds, yeah. And they actually, I think an uncle or a great uncle of mine actually kept pigeons. Now that I think of it, he had like carrier pigeons, which is interesting and weird that I've only thought of that now.
Yeah.
On Pigeon Girls. But they taught me how to catch birds, and it's like there was like this method where you like dig a little hole in the ground and make a little trap. And then the bird would go down under the ground and you would trap it.
It sounds like a tactic used in the war.
And thinking back to this, I'm not sure why we were doing it, but I remember just being interested in birds and drawing them and stuff. But actually, my first ever encounter with a pet was...
A pigeon.
Not just a street pigeon, was actually letting my brother's pet budgies escape. I know.
Fucking hell.
I was only 3 years old.
Oh, you're using the age as an excuse. Sorry. You knew what you were doing.
You think it was a little Machiavellian
you
little 3-year-old.
made a plan.
I was very jealous little child. I know, I was 3 years old and there was 2 budgies in a cage called Snowy and Whistler. And I just...
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Or living their best lives because they're free now.
Okay, you don't know where they are.
They could be film stars now.
They just immediately flew into an electric fence.
Yeah, like an episode, like a film, Final Destination film. The budgies were like...
Gone.
So we came back and the gate was open in the little cage and I was like, oh, but then I got to keep the cage and I made a snail farm. Do you ever keep snails?
No, you sick bastard. Why are you keeping snails?
Because it's just cute. I put them in the cage, but they would always escape by the next morning because the bars were too thick to keep snails.
First of all, at what point did you not notice them leaving? Because they move at a ridiculously slow pace.
Yeah, but
how were they escaping you? Like,
because I would spend all afternoon collecting the snails from around the garden, put them all in the bird cage, and be like, right, that's a hard day's work done. I've earned my dinner now. I'm going to bed. And I get up in the morning, all gone. And I go right back to work.
Your childhood is fascinating. Exactly. Like, and you'd be saying to me like, "Oh, it must be nice for some not getting bullied." Like, why do you think you were getting bullied?
First of all, I never
collecting snails.
Sorry, I would like to freeze right here. I never ever told you I got bullied. You just from the time you met me,
I just knew. I knew from the moment I met you.
It was like, nice to meet you. You got bullied as a child. No, Sinead.
Yeah, because I'd bully you.
I think you're like, I want to bully you right now. Is what you're feeling like.
That's what this entire podcast is.
It's just me getting bullied by Sinead. Sorry for being.
Sorry,
different.
But you're bringing it on yourself.
Okay, so what? What is a kid?
First of all, maybe that snail was going somewhere. You're fucking like it's on a journey. Like it has to take them months to get to a certain place. They're like, right, lads, here we go. This is where we're going. This is how I assume.
And then they just get like
it works in the snail world.
You just get like airlifted.
You just like undid like weeks of work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Or maybe they were trying to get to that place and I sped them up by weeks. You don't know which direction. Listen, I was building Snail Hotel.
It's true. We didn't see any with a compass at the time.
So we're
heading north.
You didn't build Snail Hotel. Did you make like potions and perfumes and things in the garden?
Yeah, I would make potions. I had a restaurant running in the garage.
Exactly.
It's called the Blue Dolphin. It was Michelin star. The Blue Dolphin.
The Blue Dolphin.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What did you serve?
It was beautiful. There was a phone. It was ringing off the hook.
Really?
Mainly salads.
Okay.
It was a lot of just stuff in the
grass
hedge.
and yes, get you.
But it was a very popular restaurant.
Okay,
And
and
honestly,
what
I think
kind of-
back and I'm like, should have kept that going.
What
You know
kind
what I
of
mean?
clientele would be at this restaurant?
Oh, we accepted everybody. We had people from in and from abroad. People were flying in.
I thought you were going to be like, well,
Yeah.
there was Mammy and there was Daddy.
Oh no, there was no actual humans.
Oh.
It was all in the
wow.
figment of my imagination.
Okay, well, that's brilliant. Did you make much money?
Oh, loaded.
Yeah, good.
It was a way more like that. I should have gone down that route.
Yeah, I didn't realize you came from such privilege, Sinead.
I know, exactly. But what
was
made
your-
you? What made you look at a snail and just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep this in a fucking bird cage"? You said.
Because if they're in a cage and they're my friend, they can't leave me.
And they did. They all
left me. Yeah. So that's really where my fear of abandonment began.
That's where it
I
started.
couldn't even keep snails in a cage.
I mean, they had a getaway. That was where you went wrong.
I know. Yeah.
Should have put them in a thing where they couldn't get out.
But like, do you know what? I was happy for the budgies that they got to be free anyway. What was your first like pet ever?
I thought it'd be class to have like an aquarium when I was younger. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, an aquarium in my room be unreal. So I got a goldfish, all good, and put it in a little. It came in this little thing.
Yeah.
It was all good. But like goldfish are boring. You know what I mean? They're just doing
Yeah.
nothing. They're just like whatever. And also they're like shitting all the time.
Yeah.
You got to clean out their. What is it called? Yeah, their
Goldfish
tank.
bowl.
Their
yeah.
little bowl, like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just got really boring really fast. So I was like, oh, forget about this. And started to smell really bad. So I took
Oh,
it.
Sinead, you let it die.
Nope, didn't
Oh.
even die.
Oh.
But I moved it to the garage. I was
so it
like,
just
get
died
this
without you
shit.
seeing
No,
it.
it didn't die.
Okay.
Stop saying that it's
So
died.
scared the goldfish died.
It's not died, you fucking snail murderer. You don't have to
didn't
worry.
murder them. I
Yeah,
was
you
just
did.
capturing them to
We
be my
all know
friend.
you murdered them. And same with those budgies.
I was trying to provide escargot for your restaurant.
yeah.
I was trying to be your supplier.
But I put it in the garage, but it just so happened to be like, it was like a cold snap. It was really cold. But like my mom was feeding it in the garage, like every time, because she was heading out there, whatever. She'd put a little bit of food in there. And that was fine. All was going well. But the tank was like, got like dirty.
Yeah.
And then the cold snap on top of it, there ended up being
God.
like a little thing of ice forming on the top of the tank. But like it was so dirty that like my mom couldn't even see
yeah.
that it was after like freezing over a little bit. So she was still like putting in food. And I think back to like how lousy.
So yeah.
Like the fish was in there just like looking up at the food but like couldn't get at it.
slowly freezing to death.
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at his food through an icy ceiling.
But I mean, like, do fish have brains?
yes, they do. And
Do they have a consciousness? I don't think so.
Sinead, they 100% have brains and consciousness.
They
You
don't.
cannot. No, you cannot explain this away from your like.
They
moral-
don't.
They do.
Goldfish don't. They don't know what's happening.
They do.
At no point is a
Have you not
goldfish being
seen
like, oh,
Finding
let me
Nemo?
quickly jot this down.
They have whole lives and everything, and they.
That's a fucking animation.
Yeah, well, so art speaks truth to power. So
Fish, if you look at a goldfish long enough, you know for a fact there's nothing going on.
okay, well, I actually
there's
kept.
nothing happening.
We kept tropical fish for a period of time. We've had all manner of pets. We kept tropical fish for a time, and they are. I mean, they are cruel. They are a cruel creature. Yeah, we used to have fish maternity tanks. Okay, because not all fish lay eggs. I don't know if you know this. Some fish just get pregnant and give birth. But what would happen is that they would immediately give birth.
What do you mean, like immaculate conception job?
No, they'd be like obviously riding each other.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so they'd be like,
How do they do it though?
I wouldn't be perving on them, watching them.
But
ride.
how though? Like they're too slippery.
But they'd have some sort of like penis, I assume.
Don't need any lube anyway. Just
just slipping it into the slipstream. No, but obviously they're doing fish riding.
But how
And
does
then
it work though? Do they have genitals?
They must do, yes. I don't know.
Does it have something to do with the gills?
This is something I've always wondered. How do snakes ride? Because there's nothing sticking out of them. Maybe like, do you know what snails? Do you ever see snails riding and they have this like beautiful kind of spiral chrysalis
You
sort
see,
of like thing coming?
the more you talk about snails,
No, it's
the
not.
more I'm like, of course I'm going to bully you. Like,
No, but when snails ride, some of them they have this like.
did you ever see snails riding? No.
on the not like
No, I didn't.
I would like-
I don't even see them fucking moving. You know what I mean? They're just fucking there, just being a nuisance.
this like opalescent kind of spiral comes down and like wraps around each other. It's like two big like.
You're trying to make it sound
spirally,
beautiful
glowy
and it's
things.
mank.
It's quite. I'm gonna Google snails riding and show
That's
you.
so okay. Now we know why you had them trapped. You wanted to look at them. You
Sorry
were
for
just
taking-
putting together a fucking snail orgy
Okay, well, right,
in
hang
the
on.
backyard
Snails
and watching them.
So I'm not. Oh, this is not beautiful.
I'm getting more and
Oh
more
God.
confident.
Oh God, Sinead, I'm wrong.
Oh, it's horrific. Oh, it's terrible.
Okay, everyone listening, just Google snail
No,
sex.
don't do it. Don't do it, guys.
Okay, no, here's the pretty one I was talking
No,
about.
oh, it's just as horrible.
Okay.
It's just as horrible. I miss who I was before
my
I saw
God,
these
actually,
images.
You know what? I don't know why I thought that was going to be beautiful.
Nothing about a snail is. They don't become anything. So they don't. A caterpillar
evolve
becomes
like
a
Pokémon.
lovely like butterfly. A snail is just ugly forever.
Okay, well,
Right?
Stop bullying snails and me.
Well, I'm sorry, but they're ugly.
Okay, well. Anyway, back to the fish.
And you just proved my fucking point there.
Okay, it's not nice to watch snails, right? Okay, I'll give you that one.
A snail, and also must be really slow. Must take them forever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what do you think you'd be into?
If I was a woman snail, I'd be like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, you'd just be like.
Imagine the foreplay must go on for months.
You'd have to do this the comfy sideways. Just keep going. Yeah. You're just looking at your phone. Let me know when you're ready.
Just like, oh yeah, I'm ready for you. Like you wouldn't have the enough dirty talk to fill in the gap between the time he would actually get to you. You know what I mean?
You'd be doing everything. You'd be writing a novel. Jesus Christ.
Not everyone could be a poem like you.
No. You know. Again with the poetry. Anyway, when the fish got pregnant, we'd have to put them into maternity tanks because they would eat their babies immediately. So we put them into like a little
See,
jail.
they don't have any consciousness.
They do, well, in fairness. And the babies would have to like float down to the bottom to prevent them getting eaten by the mums. So maybe you're right. Fish are.
They just don't know what's going on. I'd like to think that they're just stupid rather than like pure evil. Like, why are you eating your
They're
child?
not evil. They're just, they're stupid. But so will a cat. We love cats. And a cat will eat their kitten.
How do fish reproduce? Okay. Fish reproduce in diverse ways, most commonly through external fertilization, spawning, where females release eggs and males release sperm into the water.
But that's when they do eggs.
So they don't actually make contact.
No, they have to, because for the pregnant ones,
They don't make any contact as such.
That's only when they're laying eggs.
But that's how they reproduce. So that explains it. Because I knew they were too slippy to be getting on top of each other doing anything.
Hang on, live bearers, species like guppies, mollies and swordtails have internal fertilization and the female carries the developing embryos, giving birth to fully formed fish. Okay, how do guppies get pregnant? How do...
Why are we learning this?
Because I want to learn.
Is this going to really benefit us in any way? Like moving forward in life?
Oh, okay. So the male uses a modified anal fin called a gonopodium.
Of course, it's coming out of
to transfer sperm. So yeah, they shoot our sperm into the female's open genital during a quick, into a nip. They nip in a little bit of arse jizz into the fish.
It's like something out of Star Wars.
Yeah, which version of Star Wars were you watching? Do you remember when Luke Skywalker
With like the laser
anal fin came out?
Just lasering sperm.
And nipped into Chewbacca's fucking thing. And like Chewie's in a maternity cage.
That was my favourite one. That was my favourite movie.
I loved that version of Star Wars as well. That was brilliant.
I did watch all of Star Wars actually during lockdown. It was one of my things, yeah.
I
watched it in the correct order. Like you can't watch it from like 1 to whatever.
No,
like
you have to watch
a certain
the
order that you have to watch it in.
The way I did it was I watched the 70s originals. Then
there's an actual thing. There's an actual order.
I watched them as
and sometimes it goes in like the more modern one came before a later one. If that makes sense.
Some people watch the prequels before the originals, whereas I watched the originals and then the prequels because I didn't like the prequels as much, but I liked the originals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very good. They're very good.
1 to 3 to 5 to I don't know. I can't really remember.
That's our hot recommendation for the week. If anyone hasn't heard of it, there's a film called Stars Wars.
I don't know if anyone's heard of it. Yeah,
I know. Like niche little find of the week by Sinead. Star Wars.
So you're a fucking creep.
Thank you.
Keeping snails. Watching them ride.
Sure, we'll
that
go with
was your
that.
childhood.
My whole childhood.
There's
There's also some drawing and pretend radio stations.
Yeah, I had hamsters as well, and they're really cute.
Names?
But no names. Cause we
What's
only had
wrong with you?
No, because we only had them a couple of days, and I came down, and one of them had eaten the other one's head.
See, hamsters are vicious, and also we had a hamster called Rainbow,
but
and he escaped.
Oh, He escaped.
They are.
He
on a
escaped.
suicide
You let
mission.
him go again, didn't you? You releasing all these fucking pets into the wild.
Be free, Rainbow.
So the hamster, it was actually, I thought they were just like asleep. Like I came down, they kind of looked like they were asleep. We only had them a couple of days, whatever. But I think they actually were like, they were either 2 females or 2 men. So
I love like men hamsters, not male. They were just a couple of lads. 2 men hamsters.
2 boys.
I'm just imagining like
The boys.
a couple of pints.
Yeah. So like apparently that they like saw each other as an enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they like
okay.
went for each other. But like so the one of them ate the other one's head.
Yeah.
But then that one also died because it ate an head.
Because he ate a hamster man head.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was very much like Romeo and Juliet kind of a vibe.
I don't know if that's how the film went.
The Montagues.
Again, which version of this did you see? Where Romeo's anal fin
The,
comes out?
the Montagues and who were the other ones?
Capulets.
And the Capulets. And nobody won that situation. Everybody died, and it was a very short love affair.
You know, famously, Romeo ate Juliet's head.
Yeah.
And then died from indigestion from Juliet's head. Exactly like Shakespeare.
Shakespeare
intended
really
Sinead.
was
That's
something.
exactly how it went.
He was something.
Okay, so you had the hamsters.
That was
Do you know,
traumatizing though.
after
When
our...
I saw them dead, I was like,
That
oh,
is how old were you?
like 7.
Oh, that's young to be seeing dead
Yeah.
hamster men.
And
Yeah,
I was like, we
okay.
only had them like a couple of days.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking for a
I
7-year-old.
was like, oh man,
Yeah.
they're
Well,
dead.
hang on, so how is a 7-year-old not even named the hamsters yet?
Because we only had them like, we just had them. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't just have a name.
You
Like, you have to get to know
them.
them.
The kid is naming the
You
animal
get to
before
know
you're
them and you get
home.
to know their personality or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, and then you name them.
I don't know. I'd have the name picked out before I even have the pet, depending.
Nah, you can't just force a name upon a hamster. I mean, a murderous hamster.
That's what I mean. You're talking. Do they have souls or not, Sinead? Make up your mind.
I think they have consciousness.
Yeah.
Fish don't.
they do have
I know for a
consciousness.
fact there's not going on. You just have to look at a fish in the
Just
eyes.
because you don't know
and
what
you
a-
know there's nothing happening.
Just because you don't know what a fish is into, you don't know he could be having greater thoughts than you and I can even comprehend.
They're just
You don't
shooting
know.
sperm out of their asshole. Like they're actually
they know
probably
better
they're
than
more
us,
advanced
Sinead.
than us.
You would shoot.
Why
sperm
is it out of their
home.
assholes? They
I
don't. They don't.
I
have,
didn't design it that way, Sinead. I don't know why it's out of their
that
assholes.
means they
What?
don't have penises.
They have an anal fin. I don't know what else. You know what?
They
That
don't
is-
have penises.
But that is their penis. It's just probably near their anus.
But they mustn't, because if they had a penis, it would surely be
Well,
shooting
surely,
out of
right,
their
if they
penis.
have an asshole and a protruding fin that shoots some sort of jizz beside it, that's as penisy as it's going to get for a fish.
I'm glad their gills are just left alone in the whole thing. I was picturing like a fish like jamming into the fucking gill.
Well, like fish fingering each
Like
other. Fish
rubbing.
fingers.
Hey!
Did you ever get fish fingered?
Yeah. So we knew, see, we have brains as well. We were like, they're too slippery, something's going
Okay.
on. Now we know it's anal ejaculation.
Anal jizz. Yeah. and
This,
fish
who knew
fingering.
this podcast would be so educational?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because I want because I remember I had so many pets as a child and still have pets now. But like after we went from the budgies, we just had like a series of dogs that didn't work out.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm
like
kind of feeling like maybe you guys were the problem.
I feel like my parents have a lot to answer for because like as a parent now,
Yeah,
if my
yeah.
daughter was just like, "Can I have a Dalmatian?" I'd be like, "You certainly cannot because that's too much work and I'm not doing it, whatever." But like my parents, now fair play
Why
to
the
them.
discrimination against Dalmatians? Are they a lot of work?
No, because they're a lot of hard work. They're a lot of hard work to keep because we had one. Because this is what happened. We would get like fancy dogs. I think it was the Celtic Tigers. My parents were just like,
That makes a lot of sense.
get them whatever they want.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we'll have like a Dalmatian like helicoptered in or whatever. So we had, they probably, if they listen to this, God help me, first of all, but they're like, that's not what happened at all. So first of all, we had like a Labrador that was just wild and would like tear into my hair. And
I
everything. We had to
love
get rid-
Labradors.
I love Labradors as well, but this one was called Tutu and it was just too wild for us. They got rid of Tutu. Now, arguably, you might say they should have just trained Tutu, but whatever. After Tutu,
What happened to you?
they had to get rid of him. They never told me.
Right.
Like I just have a memory of it taking me by the hair, like dragging my head around like this, and the next thing Tutu was.
I think
gone.
Tutu took his own life.
I think Tutu was like
He heard what you were calling him and he was like, I can't.
it was called Tutu.
Yeah, like he was like, I can't live like this.
Sorry, that's
This
toxic
is
masculinity.
all the
Tutu.
lads are making fun of me down the
all
yard.
the golden retriever men. They're like, oh, it was fucking Tutu. now."
Tutu. Tutu is something you call a chihuahua. Not a fucking Labrador.
Oh my
Labrador is a big dog.
It was only
Yeah.
a puppy, though. It was a little tutu. Okay, sorry.
No, you can't
what-
justify it.
Okay, well, that's what I called the dog. Anyway, after that, then we had a Dalmatian called Jake. But he was just
Okay,
too
we're
much
improving
work.
with the names.
You like, yeah,
I like
you like a
Jake.
kind of a normal
I like a
human
human name for animals.
Okay, I like princessy
Like the
names.
next dog I get is going to be called Paul.
Paul, that's
Yeah,
fair enough. You
yeah.
just said you have to get to know the thing before you name it. You wouldn't just have a name ready. And here you
Yeah.
are with fucking Paul ready to shoot out your next
It's
fucking
true.
dog.
It's actually true. But I think
Hypocrite.
dogs look like Pauls. No?
Depending. I think
I think they
Pauls
do.
look like dogs. Shout out to all the Pauls out
I
there.
feel like I'd be quicker to name an animal than I would a human.
It's very hard to
I'd
name a
struggle
human.
with a human.
Do you know what I would have called my child if it was a
God.
boy?
Oh God.
This is why I had my child very, very,
Fucking-
very
I've-
young. I was only very, very young myself.
No relation to
And-
Tutu, I hope.
Yeah, it was Tutu. I would have, if it was a boy, I would have named him Eros. Eros. Eros.
Oh, that would have been a nightmare
Because
for him just spelling in
I-
general.
because I was like into like Roman and Greek kind of mythology and stuff at the time, and I thought it was very, because Eros is like the equivalent to like Cupid, and I thought that was very nice, like love, and it's all
Yeah.
about love and all this stuff. But then I realized that Eros is actually more closer to like erotica, which is where that comes
Oh,
from.
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's actually like Eros is actually like a brand of like condoms and stuff
No
like
way.
that. Yeah. So if it, I think
You're like, it broke.
yeah, yeah. Eros,
So, and now you're here.
named after what brought you into the
Yeah.
world. But if that had happened, I think like the Greek and Roman gods looked down upon me and said, "Let it be a girl," because if I hadn't, there would now be like a 12-year-old boy
Eros.
attending school in like Kildare called Eros.
No, like, I admire your creativity. I don't
Yeah.
know any other Eroses.
Or else I would have called him something like Indigo or something like that.
Of course.
Your face just you just tried to control your expression so much there.
Indigo.
Indigo or something like that. Yeah, that's what I was into.
Jesus.
Anyway, but no,
You
it's
were
hard
just
for
like,
me.
I want to pass on the traditions. I also want my children to get bullied. That's what you were thinking.
Yeah.
yeah.
Look how much character it gave me. But
Eros.
so that was Jake the Dalmatian. We got rid of him.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we had like border
Wait, you didn't
collie.
really explain.
He needed to be walked too much, and my dad would run with him because my dad was a runner, and he would like run for hours with him, and it still wasn't enough, and it was like too much hard work. Again, I'm like,
hardcore.
Mom, Dad,
Actually, I think
Stop
I
buying
read somewhere that like
purebred.
Dalmatians can be kind of vicious.
yeah,
They can be
apparently
pretty
as well.
intense as
Yeah.
well. I
They're
guess
like,
every fucking
but all
dog
those
can be.
pure breed dogs need a lot of like, because then we got a border collie, and the thing about border collies is if they're not trained or put to work, they're so intelligent they will go insane. Like, do you know what I mean? They'll
Yeah.
start attacking. So that is what happened to
So
border.
basically, 101 Dalmatians sold us a lie.
I'm 100% on Cruella de Vil's side. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you
She
know what's
is
so
just, like-
interesting when you look back at
Yeah.
movies, and a lot of the time, the villain now, as an adult, you're like, they were
Yeah.
actually kind of speaking sense.
In the live action one, not the animated one, the whole thing now, of apart from whatever skinning puppies alive, questionable, wouldn't be into that.
No.
But the fact that she's just like, Anita's just like, I'll be quitting my job soon because I'm getting married. And Corella's like, why would you throw away your talent?
Exactly.
And it's like, but it's like, it rings so true now. And Corella's like, that's absurd, darling. Anita, why would you do this? And then Anita's just like, but I might have a baby. And she's like, stop being a fucking idiot. and
Yeah,
stay away.
yeah.
And then we're like,
looking back at it now,
Anita-
you're like, oh my God, she
listen,
was so right. Like,
Cruella
what are you
was
doing?
on the fucking money, and that was like the villain only
Yeah.
a few years ago. And all she's saying is like, why? Why would you do that?
Why are they trying to like brainwash us as children?
Because they, you know, babies and all that.
They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
just stay at home,
So
make,
like, yeah,
make babies.
puppy skinning aside, Cruella was kind of on
Yeah,
the money there. With the
everything
whole-
else we're kind of on board with. What
Yeah.
other like villains is there? I mean,
that were just like villainized because they were.
I'm still on. I'm
feminist.
definitely still on Mufasa's side, linking the evil guy. Scar was still
Scar.
evil. He was. Yeah, he wasn't
I
a good
think
villain.
Scar just like suffered from typical like jealous brother. I think he was the younger brother. Like
He was
run-
scrawny.
He was like run to the litter syndrome.
Yeah.
I kind of, you know, I'm like, okay, I can imagine that. Obviously, I don't relate to that because out of me and my sister, I am the best one. I can see that she might be jealous of me a lot.
of course.
Yeah, you haven't met my sister. She's, you know, the poor thing. She does okay for herself. She does okay.
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
just nothing compared to me.
It's hard.
So I can imagine it's hard for her to
Yeah,
live
of
with me as
course.
a sister. Shout out to Nisha if you're listening.
The Little Mermaid.
Now, Ursula. What
Ursula.
was she at? She was just...
Stealing her voice.
it's
She
like-
was like, it
Oh,
was
she
kind
wanted
of
her-
similar as well, in that she was like, why are you throwing away your life here?
Yeah. for a man.
Yeah.
But no, she had like a political agenda. She was trying to take back over the Seven Seas or whatever.
Yeah.
Triton was her brother.
Yeah, I mean, like, she had a good life down below.
She was good.
Look at this stuff.
Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my
Collection's complete. Oh, I love that movie, actually. I haven't seen the remake of it.
I love it.
But
because
apparently-
they made Prince Eric like this himbo. He's so cute.
Oh.
And he has his own song. Wild uncharted waters. I love it. Yeah.
What ones haven't I seen? I haven't seen Pocahontas.
It's amazing. No,
But I
actually, no, it's not.
Do you know Walt Disney had it in his thing that all the movies have to be remade every couple of years
Why?
because he predicted that technology is going to like advance so much that it's going to get like the people aren't going to watch them if they're too old. So they need to
Wow.
keep being remade. So that's why all these movies are being remade all the time.
That's why we're living in reboot era.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see. I didn't know.
And I was
yet.
like, that makes a lot of sense.
a lot of forethought, Walt.
I know.
Did you know there's a theory he only made he's gone. They only made the Frozen films and called it Frozen, so that when people Googled Walt Disney Frozen, they would stop getting articles about him being cryogenically frozen to keep himself alive. Which makes me think,
Are you serious?
he is actually cryogenically frozen
He's
himself.
still around.
Well, yeah, but why else would they try and throw us off the scent like that?
That is true.
Yeah. No other
Just
reason
another
to-
distraction from the Epstein files.
That's
Yeah.
another- you know what you were doing, Walt. Wait for those pictures to get released. Oh boy. We should
You know, I was thinking it was like, why is there he has photos with everybody? It's actually so
Yeah.
funny, Jeffrey Epstein. It's
the
like,
meme, it's
how does
like-
he have so many photos?
The meme was just like, do you think anyone on the Epstein Island was like, hey guys, do you think we should be taking so many photos? This is weird.
He has more photos of people than I do with my family.
I
Like,
know,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
I know. My family probably have pictures with Epstein. It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Fair play to me.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to watch Pocahontas.
Yeah.
There's some other ones definitely that I haven't seen.
There's loads of gorgeous ones. Have you seen Hunchback of Notre Dame or any of
Yeah.
those? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just epic soundtracks. Do you know who I fancied? My first ever like cartoon that I fancied. Obviously we can't fancy it. Have you seen The Prince of Egypt?
No.
Moses. In The
Okay.
Prince of Egypt. What a ride.
I can see it. Even like
Oh
having
my
not seen the movie, I'm like,
goodness.
I can see that guy is like a ride.
Moses
In my
was
head.
such a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and like obviously Robin Hood and in fox form.
Yeah, yeah.
Bunch of Prince Eric. They're all a bunch of rides.
Prince
Not too
Eric.
horny thinking about these films.
Oh, Tangled is a great one.
Flynn
I think that's
Rider.
one of the best ones.
That
it's
was
very
the,
funny.
That was the best from like
Frying
the
pans, who
Renaissance.
knew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Renaissance era, it was one of the best ones. They really had a kind of good
Yeah.
that one.
I know. You can't be. I don't actually think I've seen all the Toy Stories. I've definitely seen the first 3 and then they started releasing more. I definitely haven't seen them all.
I dropped off after around 3 as well, I
Yeah.
think. Is that when they were going into the incinerator?
I don't. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I sort of dropped off after that.
They kind of make people cry as well all the time.
Yeah. Manipulative
Yeah,
bastards.
they really get us.
We
You know what I
really
mean?
got to have an... Oh, the Dalmatians is what brought us here. And
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Literally, in my mind, I was like, how do we get here? I have
Yeah, and
no
I was
idea.
just thinking back there, yeah. So did you have any other childhood pets?
I had Bouncer. He was a Labrador.
Okay.
And my parents named him because he bounced a lot. When
Okay.
they got him first.
It was about
I mean, fair.
not because he worked at the nightclub in town.
Yeah. He was a retired
Yeah,
bouncer.
fair play to him.
Yeah. He'd seen a lot, man. That'd be class, wouldn't it? If like dogs let you into places.
Well, they do in the airport.
I guess. Yeah,
they do
I
have
guess.
jobs, yeah. Unless
They're
you-
like, they're on the clock. It's so hard actually when you see like a working dog.
yeah.
You're like, oh, I just want to rub it. You know what I mean? But you're like, but he's working. Can't be distracting him.
Do you ever see a blind person with a guide dog and you're just like waving so that the
Yeah.
person doesn't know you're like, they can't see, I'm waving at them.
Jesus, just that person just walking into traffic.
No, I was sorry, I'm not
But at
trying-
least you got to wave at the dog. Yeah, you just causing a big like collision. You're like, oh,
Yeah, well, at least I got to wave
Jesus.
at a dog.
Yeah. I'm stereo what happened. That guy he just walked in front of traffic. I don't know what
Very
happened.
cute dog.
Nobody knows what happened to the dog. It just got distracted
Okay, I'll
somehow.
stop waving at guide dogs.
Yeah,
Sorry.
please.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're working. It's important.
Yeah. No, fair play to them.
Do you know what I thought I'd be doing more of, like, as a kid? Like, when I was like, oh, when I grow up, I bet you I'll be helping people, like, cross the road. Like, old people. Like, I feel like in movies, they're always, like, helping old people
I
cross the
feel
road.
like that's a very old thing because they
I
they
have
used to
never done that.
because they never used to have the
Yeah, that's true. We've like
That's
cited.
another job AI has taken away from
Fuck's
us.
sake.
Just let us
Yeah.
do some good deeds.
Or do you know what magazines were like telling me was going to be happening all the time?
I know exactly what you're about to say. Is it going from day to night?
Yeah.
The amount of time I spent prepping from going to day to night.
Nobody's ever been going like, oh my god, how can I change this top in a way that it's like
Okay,
it
so
can
you
be
just,
now
like,
a nighttime top?
Add a more statement earring and a nice belt and a pair
Yeah.
of heels. that you
Why
haven't
were they
had,
trying
like-
to convince us that was going to be a problem?
Because I was convinced this is what my life was going to be like. I was going to work in a city in an office, probably as like a journalist or for a magazine itself, probably.
course, yeah.
Never did any work or college degree towards that, but I was like, okay, when I'm working for a magazine,
Yeah.
and then you change from day to night then and meet all your friends and go for a date in like a wine bar, and that was
Yeah.
going to be like Monday to Friday for me.
yeah. I mean,
No, that isn't. Spoiler alert, that is not what my life looks like.
look, you could reinvent yourself. There's still time.
I could become
You
a
could do it.
journalist. I
Yeah.
do get a new career every 3 to 2
You know what would be
to 3
unreal?
years.
I kind of feel like I'm dressed as one right now, like a private detective.
I feel like a lot of girls would make really good private
Yeah,
detectives.
I think it'd be class.
Are you good at doing that little snooping thing? You're like, I'll find him. Like enter flow state, like you're doing the Matrix. And
I
like
guess,
find.
kind of.
Yeah.
If I was bothered, to be honest,
Oh,
I
you'd
couldn't.
need the motivation.
You'd need the motivation, but if somebody was like, oh my god, I have my suspicions that this is happening,
if you-
I'd be so invested. I'd
if
be like,
you
oh my
thought,
god,
like, your
nothing will stop
fella-
me till I find the truth.
If you thought like your fellow was doing something or talking to somebody else or whatever, would you be like, right, and you'd have every piece of
Yeah,
information
I
on
mean,
it?
thankfully, nothing bad has ever happened to me in relationships. So that's good.
Oh, same. I've never been cheated on.
No,
Please.
me neither. Me neither. Well, not that I know
I'm
of.
like, feel
And if you have
free.
cheated on me and I don't know about it, don't bother telling me.
I know. I'm just like, fair play to you. I'm living my life. I
As
feel
far
like
as I'm concerned.
my truth
I got
is
off
the only
scot-free.
truth. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. I do not need to know.
Oh, would you tell someone? Like if you knew your friend was being cheated on.
It depends
Ooh,
on.
it's a
it
tough,
depends
tough,
on
tough
who
one.
and what and why. Because, like, if it was one of my very, very close friends, yes, I would. If I saw one of their husbands doing something,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd have to have the proof though to go to them
Yeah.
with.
But
It couldn't just be my word.
But it also depends on the nature of their relationship. Because if this is something that like he's doing it all the time, she always keeps going back to him, then I'm like, right, I'm staying out of it. Because then you'll end up like just the messenger and get
That's
shot.
true, yeah.
But if it's like a person with just like a completely normal, healthy relationship and you see something, I would go, look, I'm after seeing this. And if only if I
Yeah.
had a good enough relationship with her that she would believe me or whatever. But it's really tricky in relationships. People don't want to receive that information a lot.
yeah,
People turn a blind eye to a lot.
that is true actually.
Yeah. So it
I'd
depends.
say
But,
people put up with some
like-
awful shit.
yeah, my closest friends, I definitely would if I saw something, say something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, but like an acquaintance or a colleague or whatever, I'd just be like, not in my,
Yeah,
I'm like,
you'd be
okay.
like, oh,
Yeah,
oh man.
depending, yeah. But a lot
know.
of people, you never know.
There's some
Sometimes
crazy stories of like Shania Twain got cheated on. It was
Oh my
her
God.
best friend got with her husband, right? Tayla's oldest time.
Wow.
It's always the closest people or whatever.
Is it?
But then
Wow.
she ended up marrying her best friend's husband. Like they did a swap.
Oh my goodness.
Like that's how. So obviously, like they all their relationships like died off, whatever.
Do you think they all
they got
still
divorced?
hang out together?
No, of course not.
Like meeting up for a game of Uno.
No,
and
it's like I don't think like her ex-husband and her ex-best friend are still together, but she is with.
the best friends.
Yeah,
ex.
isn't that mad?
Wow.
So in a weird way, it kind of just all worked out for them, I guess.
I guess, yeah, good for them. That all worked. Do you think
Yeah.
she's seeing part of the motivation of her
It was like, I'll get back at you.
a little bit of spite? I think you can almost
Maybe.
You've no idea how motivating like pettiness and spite
Yeah, yeah.
and revenge can be. You can build a whole entire life over proving somebody
Oh,
wrong. or
nothing
getting the
will
better of-
motivate you more than spite. Somebody told you like
1,000,000%.
you can't do this, you'd be like, oh, you better watch.
There's a look.
yeah.
There's
And you know what? We probably find out that maybe I actually can't do this, but at least I tried.
no, my entire career is built on like I'm like, oh, you think I can't do this? Fucking
Yeah.
watch me.
Yeah.
And that's why I've kind of like, I've done it now. I'll start a new career in 2 years.
Yeah,
I'll just do, yeah. Next, I'm going to be, my next career is, I'm going to
No,
be.
we have to get to the tree arena first, remember?
Fuck. Okay. As soon as I do
we
the
gotta
tree
keep
arena,
hustling until we get there.
I'm going to become a dressmaker.
Oh,
I could do
okay.
that as well. I'll
You
make
could
my own
do
dresses.
both.
Yeah, I could make my own
Yeah.
dresses. That's the next goal. Anyway,
But yeah, private detective would be very fun.
you'd be good at that. Yeah.
But then you have to
Dangerous,
blend in though. I don't know if I'd blend very well.
No.
Like I'm tall. Like I'm not, yeah, like I feel like
If you saw someone doing something, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like you'd be like, you'd be bullying them.
just
Sinead.
me like really obviously just like record.
Yeah. And you'd be like blowing your cover because you'd be like, I need a 7th coffee.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd miss the moment.
Sorry, you're never on time. You can
I'd actually be a terrible private sector. Forget what I said.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't be arsed.
No, it's a lot of effort. I think jobs in general sound like a lot of effort.
That's why we do what we do.
I know, yeah.
But then, to be fair, I think what we do though is kind of badass. Like,
it is cool.
Going up on stage and stuff, it's like most people's worst nightmare, and we just do it as a career.
The amount of people who just tell me how brave I am all the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst thing people can say.
Brave.
I know what I hate when people say.
I never do what you do.
People say, I'm like, yeah, it's so brave. Or like, oh, what did somebody say to me recently? And I was like, oh, even just like going to a gig, they're like, best of luck. For some reason, when they say best of luck, I'm like, why? Oh, so you think I need luck?
Oh my God, really?
And I don't think they mean it that way. But it's like, you should say to them like, oh, enjoy the gig.
Yeah, I get it.
Because it's almost like a preemptive, like, best of luck. Like,
yeah, actually, I don't like best of luck either.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody's like going in for their shift in Tesco and you're like, best of luck.
Or
it
it's
sounds
like
ominous.
when someone's like, oh, I don't know how you do it. Or like,
I could never
do that.
And I'm like, yeah, well, Aisling, I could sit at a fucking computer for 7 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I could never do that, but that's something
I could never give a fuck about those notes that you're putting into the computer right now.
I could never do that.
Yeah.
Imagine, yeah. Yeah, it just sounds insulting when you say it the other end. I could never do that. I could
never do that.
Yeah.
You're so brave.
That's so funny.
Oh my God, look at you up there. Like, yeah.
See, yeah. Look, you're so brave. Stacking those shelves. You are so brave. Yeah, it is ridiculous. I don't feel brave at all. It's ridiculous. But I guess people.
It is brave. Nice. It is brave though, in a way.
It's not brave, is it?
It's mad brave.
Is it? I don't feel brave.
You're going up there. You're going to be judged heavily by everybody in the room immediately. You're judged before you even get up there.
It's not. I think it's my favorite thing to do, getting on a stage and being given attention. I
love being up on the stage. As soon as I say, "Hey, I'm all good."
But it's the
just before.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
Just before, you're just like, oh my God.
Right before every single gig, it's like checking the exits. Can I quit? What happens?
Yeah, you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?
Why did I choose to do this? It is the worst feeling in the world. And this is how the happiness goes when you're gigging, okay? Booking a gig, your happiness goes, whoop. If it's a good gig, you're like, do you want to do this? And you're like, brilliant. I love this gig. That's amazing. Thrilled with myself.
Yeah.
And then closer and closer to it, the happiness and the excitement gets lower and lower and lower into complete dread. And then the day before, you're like, do I feel sick? How can I get out of this? Will I quit? Will I do this? How will that affect me? Whatever. And then the minute before the gig is like pure terror. And then you get on stage and it's fucking euphoria. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And then and afterwards it's a million and you're so happy. And then like literally that lasts about half an hour and it's back to depression. Until the next booking comes in for you and you're like, oh great. And then down again.
I think my cycle is a lot shorter than yours. Like I wouldn't really think about a gig until like the day of.
But I think, but when you get booked for a great gig, you get a spike when you're like, that's brilliant.
You're like, oh, unreal.
Amazing. Yeah. But then, of course, you forget about it until...
Like, I live my life so, like, week by week. It's ridiculous. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't think about, like, I have stuff in my calendar, but I won't be thinking about it until, like, the week of. That's just, like, the way my brain works. I'm like, right, what do we have today?
Yeah,
what do we have this week? I don't know.
Okay, I guess so.
But I guess the reason, like, if we were nervous the whole time, if you were still nervous while on the stage, then you wouldn't be doing the right thing.
100% no. The nerves go as soon as I'm on stage.
For us, it's like it just disappears immediately.
Yeah,
that's why you know you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is right. I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah, no. As soon as I start, I think the most nervous I've been. I was very nervous in Vicar Street there for the first time because it was obviously it's a huge crowd and it's just you feel a pressure to make it go well. But as soon as I walked out, it was like the best fucking few minutes of my life.
Vicar Street is amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, it's a great venue.
Oh, I want to go back to Vicar Street.
But we got to shit on something just before we wrap up the podcast. I think I'm going to shit on your pet name abilities.
Oh, no, not too. You haven't even heard the rest of them. Wait.
Oh, God.
Okay.
There's more?
Oh, my God, there were so many more.
Tutu?
So there was
Tutu
followed by Jake, then a border collie called Peps. Okay. No response to that. Okay, Peps. And then after Peps, we had a Bichon Frise called Ted.
Okay, I'm on board with Ted.
Okay, Bichon Frise called Ted. After Ted, we had a Springer Spaniel called Zebedee.
Right.
Zeb for short. We call him Zeb.
Yeah.
And then we had another.
Very religious of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Got it out of the Old Testament.
I was thinking more like Magic Roundabout kind of Zebedee.
Okay.
Okay, and then another Springer Spaniel called Sam. He already had the name when he came to me because I wouldn't have called it Sam. That's
why it's a normal name.
Normal name, Sam.
Yeah.
And then a little terrier called Poppy. And then there's more dogs in my life. And then they were like it doesn't matter. And then we'll skip over them. I'm sorry, I'm thinking aloud.
Jesus Christ.
And then and I had 2 cats called Opal and Meadow.
Nice.
Yeah.
I currently just have one cat called John.
John.
Yeah. I love John. Love you, John.
I would love if we could do like an episode where we have Opal, Meadow and John all together.
We should try.
I'm so scared to bring them anywhere out of like near the house.
John's never been like
Anywhere.
in any transport.
How do you get him to the vet?
I mean, he's been in like we'd go to the vet and get the box.
How do you get him from the house to the vet?
Well, yeah, he'd be in the car then.
Yeah.
But like he's never come on like a trip. You know what I mean?
No. I'd be so scared that they'd jump out a window or they'd get lost.
Yeah,
and they'd be gone.
yeah.
I'd be too terrified.
And he just arrived. Like that whole like distribution of cats is
I
real.
was going to ask you, did you just do cat distribution system?
Cat distribution. Yeah, John just showed up. I think he was genuinely think he was just sent to us.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So cute.
He's so adorable and just so lovely. I don't know where he came from because we brought him to the vet. Like because he doesn't look like a wild cat.
Yeah.
I got him like checked for a chip. We were like somebody must own him. Like he's a real like he's like a handsome cat. Like even the vet was like, this cat is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And like I remember like she was checking for a chip and I was like, please don't let there be a chip. And I was like, oh no. And then she couldn't find any and I was like, oh. She's like, so I guess he's ours.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Like a year and a half ago.
Oh.
Yeah, we asked all the neighbours and all that. We're like, do you own this cat?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, never seen the
That
cat
just
before.
happens sometimes.
Just arrived. And yeah, he's like my best friend.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
I see. I didn't really know that's how cats were. I'd never had a cat before because my mum was allergic. I found a cat once and I kept it secret in my room for 2 days. And my sister came and she's allergic too, and she came up in like welts on her face.
Oh
And I was like, get the
God.
fucking cat out of here. I was like, sorry. I was like feeding it secretly, but I didn't realize because like my partner had said to me that he had cats like that growing up, but they just come to you and then you just have a cat and then the cat leaves and whatever. It's just like the cat distribution system, and I didn't know this. And so maybe 3 years ago we were overrun with mice. And just mice all over the house, okay? Because he didn't want to like kill the mice; he was too humane. So what he was doing was catching the mice and putting them in a box with like food and water. So basically, just providing the mice with a home. But then he was like releasing them miles away, yeah, but literally, and releasing them miles away from the house. But then he realized there's too much hassle going out every night, so he'd wait until he had enough mice to justify the trip. So then it became just weeks and weeks of him collecting mice. So at all times in the house, we'd have a box with maybe 10 to 15 mice in it.
Jesus.
And then we do this. And after a while, I was like, they're multiplying faster than you can catch them. And all you're doing now is making a fucking hotel. They're probably spreading the word going,
It's like, this is a great place.
If you go into this fucking house, right?
There's shelter in here,
You get a
food.
fucking room. Your food gets delivered to you. There's no predators. They're like, this. The word was spreading of the fucking mouse hotel. And I just said, I'm putting an end to this. I'm getting a fucking cat. I was like, and I wasn't even to murder them all. I looked into it and said, even the presence of a cat and the scent of a cat will just deter the mice. So I went and I really wanted a white cat because of the Aristocats. I wanted like a Marie from the Aristocats. So I googled that and then I went down to some fella in like Lucan. So this guy in Lucan just
Of course,
had
where
cats.
all good cats come from.
He was just like, yes, you want cats? I have cats. That's my Lucan accent, by the way. So I went in and got a cat.
A local man.
It's just a local Lucan lad going, yes, come in, I have cats. They are sleepy, take cats. So I got a cat. I paid €250 and I came home and he was just like, what the fuck are you doing paying for
You
a
got
cat?
fucking scammed.
I didn't know you could just get cats for free on the
You
street.
got scammed
But the thing
bad.
is, I came home and then 2 days after having Opal, our little white cat, beautiful, looked like a little Arctic fox, gorgeous, we realised he was deaf, as is really common with white cats. And I was like, I didn't know how...
Paid for a deaf
No,
cat.
but here's the thing. I didn't mind that he was deaf, but I was like, how will I keep him safe if he goes outside? Because we keep him indoor for a year, see how it goes, see if they like being indoor cats. And then I said, okay, he had litter mates. I'll go back and get his brother because I didn't know anything about cats. And I thought they'll just hang out together. And then his brother will be like,
And
will like help
you pay
him.
for him as well, I guess.
But I was like, his brother will like help him cross roads.
Did
and
you
things
pay
like
for
that.
the next cat?
So I went
you
back.
did, didn't you?
And it was another €250. And his brother was like a black long-haired cat, right? And I was like, are these related? And he was like, yes. And I said, okay, I just want to check because the first one was deaf. So I just want to make sure this one isn't deaf because there's no point having two deaf cats. So this one is going to be his helper cat. And he was like, what? I don't sell you deaf cat. And I was doing it like and I was like, no, I'm not looking for my money back or anything. I just want to make sure this one isn't deaf. And he was like, get out of here. I don't sell you deaf cat. And I was like, just give me the cat. So I was like clicking over this black. Anyway, I paid another 250 quid for
There's so many questions that I need to ask, but
so I come home and I have the 2 cats. But anyway, they don't help each other across the road at all. They're very different from each other, but we love them both equally.
of course they are. They're not related. That man was not telling the truth.
Well,
come on, like
he was just finding cats out the back and going 250.
Why are you going to the fucking mafia for cats? Like,
it was just a nice man in Lucan.
So you put up on Facebook that you wanted a job, but you're paying like €500 for a fucking cat.
I didn't know that's how cats worked. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, but we have 2 beautiful cats now, and that's great. And
well, I'm glad they're with you.
Yeah.
Because what the hell? Who was this man? Why did he have these cats?
I don't know. He had cats.
It's like robbing cats from other people.
Yeah. Look, I don't know, but we have 2 cats now and we're very happy.
Anyway, cats are great.
They are great, and we're going to try and organise a play date with Opal Meadow and John.
Before we finish up, because we will finish up now next. But I was just thinking when we were talking about Stuart Little, like, can you imagine being like in the orphanage?
Yeah.
Like a human kid, and some family comes in and they take the fucking mouse.
Yeah, they're like, okay, 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 3-year-old, rodent.
Yeah, we're gonna take this guy. Yeah. Like your self-esteem is in the gutter. Surely you're like, oh my god,
you're already an orphan.
Yeah, like things could not go worse. I want to see that side of the movie.
Well, not to pop your bubble on that one, but I think it's an original book. Stuart Little was just a small boy. The movie just made him a mouse.
Oh my god.
Sorry to pop that. Yeah, but yeah, it is.
So what, was a midget?
Yeah, that's the right word to use. Sinead, it was a midget.
What's the right word?
Small child. Just a small
child. Just every child.
Yeah. Well, some are smaller than others.
They're all small.
Okay, child.
What?
I don't know.
Well, that has blown my mind.
There we go.
I don't want to foster a fucking rodent.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening.
And I wouldn't have been capturing the mice. I would have set a shitload of traps.
I know.
Kill those fuckers.
You're cruel. You're a bully and you're cruel.
Sorry, like it is what it is. Like, it is what it is.
Okay. On that note, if you want to go see the Murderous, Sinead on tour, she's coming. She is on tour. Her show, The Cultured Culture, is starting on Valentine's Day on the 14th of February, starting off in Cork and doing loads of dates in Cork and all around the country.
Yeah, it's gonna be class. Come to my gigs. Yeah.
Buy her a ticket for her show and my show. My show, The Princess Melancholy, is on tour starting in March. I think on the 7th of March. I could be wrong because I'm bad with numbers.
We don't know when it's coming out. Like, maybe the gigs are over. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Anyway, have a great summer, guys.
Yeah. Happy Christmas.
Happy 2027. Bye.